going on, Jerome's? As Vikings defense coordinator Brian Flores has said, you can never have enough cornerbacks, and the Vikings cornerback depth right now. So they relied heavily on veterans who are not free agents: Stephon Gilmore, Byron Murphy Jr., Shaq Griffin, as well as the veteran Fabian Moreau. And they only have two cornerbacks on the rooster right now: Dwight McGlothern, who I think could be a little something, Mekhi Blackman, who Mekhi Blackman is going to be a starter last year in all likelihood. And remember, the Vikings didn't sign Gilly until after Blackman tore his ACL, right? So big things coming from him in 2025. And then they got 3 corners on futures deals. But I think it's time for Kwesi to do his thing, assemble the Infinity Stones, and sign up some great cornerbacks, as the Vikings have all the cap space. They have the momentum. They have the motivation to do so. But what about your offensive line? You can walk and chew gum. You can address multiple positions at once, man. Come on, man. But this is a pretty damn solid free agent quarterback class. The Vikings should partake, including taking care of one of their own. So Murph, you got to have Murph back. That's basically what it comes down to. Now, what's interesting is that Pro Football Focus estimates that his value is going to be the highest in terms of average per season. That's the column on the right. That's PFF's estimation, how much they're going to be bringing in. Actually, I don't have a legend on here. Anyways, but free agent cornerbacks, we have them in tiers. Then they got their 2024 team, their age, height, weight, PFF grade from last season. So blah blah blah. And Murph, is good. That's the whole thing. Murph is only 27. He's proven over the last 2 years that he's damn solid in this Flores defense. So all these other guys you hope are good in the Flores defense. You know that Byron Murphy Jr. Is good here, right? And he had 6 interceptions this year, tied for the most for cornerbacks. And I mean, Murph really settled in year 2. Like, year 1 with Flores was kind of dicey, and then a bit of a slow start last season, but really came on. So I would bring back Murph. Now, $17 million per, it's a little bit spicy, right? But he's definitely earned some cash, but definitely take care of him. DJ Reed is a guy that I like a lot. Feisty, pound for pound, you could say that he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He has again, PFF's just making up statistics or analytics. 51.28% lockdown rate, which I don't know, sounds good. Sure. He's also got a 17 snorkel. Yeah, but he's been opposite of Sauce Gardner, so he's getting all that smoke from quarterbacks, which is even more impressive. That's why I do like DJ Reed, and he's shined wherever he's gone. San Francisco, Seattle, now with the Jets, just consistently good. He's really solid. Rasul Douglas, who we talked about yesterday, he is the human turnover machine. 19 career interceptions, absolute ball hawk. Plus, it would really chat Packers fans' asses to see him back in the NFC North on the right side of the river this time around. Travarius Ward, both these guys are due for bounce-back seasons, and Ward was second-team All-Pro in 2023. Career high 23 passes broken up. 49ers went to the Super Bowl. And this year, I mean, the Niners had issues all over the place, plus Ward tragically losing his daughter, and you got to think that factors in too, because I mean, these guys are human, right? And Ward, he's a solid player, and he's going to get a solid contract as well. Might look really good in purple. 3 guys come back from medicals. So Carlton Davis III, so he started his career in Tampa Bay, really damn good there, and then last year he was in Detroit, and he broke his jaw. Like, Detroit had so many injuries, it felt like they were just making them up towards the end. Just like injuries that you never, like, when's the last time you heard of an NFL player breaking his jaw? But yeah. But Davis is a solid veteran cornerback. 11 career interceptions, 84 career passes broken up, 74.5 PFF grade last year. Detroit's best corner by far last season. So it could be a spot too where they do have interest in re-signing him. So taking him away from a divisional rival would be great. Paulson Adebo is a guy that I really liked in the draft a couple years ago, coming out of Stanford. He's only 25, 6'1", $192. He did have a broken femur this year, which really overshadowed a damn solid 2023 season, but he's a player that's certainly one to watch. Asante Samuel, so yes, the bloodlines are there, and with the Chargers, he had 2 really solid seasons, 2022, 2023, but last year he had a shoulder/neck issue that cost him everything but 4 games. He is going to be in line for some cash, a little bit more of a zone corner, which certainly could suit for what the Vikings want to do, because Flores talks about playing more press man, except they played a ton of zone last year until the second half of the season. So I don't know if that's strategic or what's going on. Slot machines. I love Mike Hilton. He's one of my favorite cornerbacks in the league. Now, Probably going to hit free agency. He's going to get some cash. He is tough. Pound for pound, he is a tough mofo. And he could follow Lou Anarumo to the Colts, but the Colts also have Kenny Moore. So maybe Hilton is where it's going to be. I love it, man. Nate Hobbs for the Raiders. Another player I liked in the draft a couple years ago, coming out of Illinois, 6'1", $195. Now, he's mainly played the slot, about 2/3 of his snaps on his rookie deal for the Raiders in the slot. But he's a player that I think that is going to do a lot better things in a second contract, and I think that he has a chance to be a really good inside-outside cornerback. And plus, it'd be value since he's rated the lowest in terms of average per season by PFF. They got Jonathan Jones, friend of Flores, right? So spent first couple seasons of his career in New England with Flores, but he's 31. He's one of the more versatile inside-outside veteran cornerbacks they see, playing about a 50-50 split. And he would be one of those great veteran calming presence on the back end. Not a long-term solution by any means, but certainly would be really solid back there because I would love to have Murph back, obviously. I would like Shaq Griffin back if the price is right. Gilly, yeah. But again, don't sleep on Blackman or McLaughlin as well. But that's it. Top 10 free agent cornerbacks for the Vikings. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skol, production value.